Hello, everybody. This is Dee from Dee's Cute and Crafty, and I am back with my I Love Christmas series. It is not over yet. This is video number 13. I've got two pieces to share with you. This video almost didn't happen because there are so many pieces, parts in this video that I just don't like that I could not fix as far as filming is concerned. You'll see it in a minute. Let's get started. I'm starting out my Waverly antique wax. I have my chiffon cream. I have some glue sticks. These little red flowers I won't be using. I will be using this greenery from Dollar Tree and the greenery garland tie. I have a sign from Dollar Tree, some craft sticks, Dollar Tree paint stir sticks from Lowe's, and I have some Christmas paper. It's just some craft paper from Hobby Lobby and some cardboard. So I'm going to start out by removing these two Christmas trees from this sign, carefully trying to get them off so that I can reuse them. I don't know for when or for what, but I'm going to put them in my stash and we'll see what happens with those. And then I am going to sand off all this glitter. There is a ton of red glitter on this sign, and even though I'm going to cover it, I still want to get rid of as much of it as I can. So we're just going to wipe that down over the garbage can. I have a little garbage can under my table, and we're going to get rid of that glitter. I'm going to remove the hanger that is on here, and then I'm going to go in with some brown, just some butcher block paper or craft paper, and cover the back of it up using those jot glue sticks. I'm going to flip it over on the smooth side, which is the back of the sign, and I'm going to paint it with my chiffon cream by Rust-Oleum. I just gave it a rough coat because I wanted some of the MDF board to shine through. And now I'm going to take my craft sticks and I'm going to give them a coat of the Waverly Antique Wax. I will also do that with the paint stir sticks. We are going to make a house. I just wanted a bigger one for decor to hang on the wall, and this is perfect for that, quick and easy, and I love how it turned out. Now, is it my favorite of the two that I'm bringing you today? No, it is not. If you'd like to know which one is, you're going to have to keep watching. So now I'm just placing my paint stir sticks, and I'm just doing like a A-frame or bringing the stir sticks to a point at the top so that I can have the framing or the roof line of my house. Going to flip that over and add a staple to the back of it just to make sure everything stays put. And now that that's done, I'm going to start filling in that gap with my craft sticks. You can leave it open, that space, if you want to, but I just thought it gave it more of a barn kind of look if you filled it in with the craft sticks. Just measuring out how long I need them to be and cutting off the excess that I don't need. And I'm just going to staple those in place. Now, I'm going to set that aside and we're going to start on the word home. I just took my cardboard and wrote out the word home and cut it out. I just cut it out in block letters. Definitely if you have the wood letters that you can get at Walmart and Hobby Lobby, you can use those, but I didn't, so I made my own using cardboard and they came out just fine. So now I'm going to take my jot glue stick and apply it to the cardboard so that I can then apply my craft paper from Hobby Lobby. After I get it all glued down, I'm just going to go in with my scissors and my X-Acto knife. I ended up having to use both to get a nice clean cut out on these letters. Some areas were easy to do with the scissors, but then when I had to get really in between um, and get really close to the letters, I had to use my knife for that. But it came out really cute. So now that that's done, I'm going to take my green garland tie and I'm going to make the O for the word home. Just using some hot glue to glue down all of my letters and also my wreath. Just eyeballing it to, make sure everything is straight. Looks pretty good to me, so we're going to go with it. Also going to glue down my letter O or my wreath. A little bit of glue at the top and the bottom. Then I'm going to take some of that frosted greenery and attach it to the top of the O. I'll then take some red and white ribbon from Hobby Lobby and make a bow and add it to the top of that wreath. I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you to everyone joining me today. I'm so happy and grateful to have you here. Thank you to all my new subscribers. You guys are amazing. Thank you for choosing D's Cute and Crafty. And thank you to my ride or dies. You know who you are. You've been with me from the beginning of my journey, and I'm grateful for you as well. So I'm just going to hot glue my bow to the top. I'm going to keep a little bit of that jute twine because I think it adds a little something something. So we're going to leave those tails hanging. And at the bottom, I wrote Sweet Mary Home, so that when you look at the sign, it reads Home Sweet Mary Home. And I just wrote it in my own handwriting, changed up the font a little bit on the word Mary. I do it in pencil first, and then I'll go back in with a green marker, and I will fill that all in. But before I do that, I'm going to add some of that snowy greenery and some of those little styrofoam frosted balls from Dollar Tree. I just took one and cut it in half so that it would lay flat, and I added one at each end of my sign. I'm going to end up going back over the lettering just to make sure that it is dark and you can see it. It was coming out a little bit light to me, so I just went over it a couple times to darken everything up. I added a jute cord hanger to the back, and this little beauty was ready to be displayed. Very simple and very cute. I absolutely love it, and I hope you guys do too. Here she is, finished DIY number 1. Really cute and super simple. Moving on to DIY number 2, I have some jute cord, a ribbon of choice. I have this stocking pick from Joann's. I have a greenery pick from Joann's as well. I'll just be using the berries from that. And then I have these red beads from Hobby Lobby. I will not be using those. I've got 2 of the either 12 by 12 or 14, no, either 12-inch or 14-inch wood slats. I have 3 of the long Dollar Tree signs, two in the white and then one brown. And then I have this beautiful, and I mean beautiful, I love this, sackcloth dish towel from Marc's for $1.48. All of these other items I already had in my stash. And I also will be using my Waverly Antique Wax. So essentially, this DIY was $2. If you have all the other stuff in your stash, like $2. If you have to buy any of the other things, it's still under $10. I priced it out, so I would be able to tell you. So I'm taking two of the long Dollartree signs, and I wanted this to be a little bit wider, so I took one of the another long Dollartree sign, and I cut it almost in half, not quite, but almost. And I'm going to add that piece to the center of these two other signs, and I'm going to staple it all together. You guys, this DIY gave me fits. Is it my favorite? Well, of course it is. It gave me fits because the sign is bigger than the space I had to work in. So it was hard to try to get everything done. And I apologize ahead of time, and I will apologize most likely through this whole entire half of the video for everything that you can't see. But I will talk you through it, I promise. So I stapled the sign together. And I kept that extra piece of the brown sign because we're going to add it to the bottom. We not only want it wider, but we want it longer because, again, the dish towel is long. So once I stapled the pieces together, I wanted it to be more stable. So I went in with some craft sticks, and I hot glued craft sticks to the back of my sign as well, just for durability, to make sure this stays together. It's really pretty, and I don't want it to fall apart. And here you see me just measuring out how much of that brown sign I need to add to the bottom to give me some more length. And now I'm taking my Waverly Antique Wax, and I'm just going to stain those other two slats from Dollar Tree. Again, I think they're either 12 inches long or 14 inches long. I'm not really sure. So here you see me taking my dish towel, and I'm just opening up the bottom of it because it was very thick where they had folded it over and sewn that seam on the bottom. And I need it to be nice and flat and flush. It was too bulky. So to release some of that bulk or get rid of it, I used my scissors. I got a seam ripper somewhere, but I used my scissors to just release that seam. And then I decided to just go ahead and cut that piece off. I was going to trim it out, the whole entire thing, top, bottom, and the sides with the Dollar Tree wood slats, but decided not to because I didn't want to cover up that nice red trim on the edges. So I'm just smoothing it down as best I can. And I did iron this before I started putting this DIY together. And then I had to go back over and iron it again because you can see it still has the imprint of the fold in the towel. I love this so much because it has "'Twas the Night Before Christmas" on it, and it is almost the whole story, not quite, but really close. But I love how this turned out. So I just stapled it to my sign. I stapled my dish towel to my sign. And we're having a little dance break because again, as I said, the sign is too big for my space. So when I have to pick it up, you guys can't see what I'm doing, but when I pick it up, all I'm doing is looking at placement of my wood slats. I want to make sure that they're straight, make sure that they're even. And you're going to see that I did not have one of them even. So I'm going to rip it off and I'm going to re-glue it. And I just glued it with hot glue and wood glue and then more staples. Here you see me using a little bit of paint at the top because I ended up getting pencil marking on it and could not get under it to erase it or get rid of it. So I just covered it up with a little bit of paint as best I could to match the white color of the dishcloth, and it worked out fine. So now you see me at the bottom ripping my staples out because I didn't like how they looked. And I'm going to pull that sign down a little bit more and staple it again. You really can't pull the sign down too much. And I keep saying a sign, but the dishcloth down too much because then your wording gets distorted. it starts to get wavy looking because you're stretching it too much. So I had to be careful with that. But I'm just reworking those staples. I stapled it in and it kind of got too close to the edge, so it was kind of hanging off. So I had to pull those out and redo it. I'm telling you, this sign gave me fits, but it was so worth it. Again, like I said, it was truly worth it because it's beautiful. I love it. And I am so happy to be able to display that sign in my home. I actually have it sitting on one of my side tables in the dining room, but I think I'm going to put it over the fireplace with my um, Santa sign that I made last year because it looks very similar in how I made it. So I think it will look beautiful beside the Santa. Again, more, little emojis to kind of fill in the space where you can't see what I'm doing. So now I am just, after I hot glued and wood glued down my 12-inch slat or 14-inch slat, I'm adding some staples to it because I really want this to stay together. I'm telling you, it is so simple to make. You're essentially just taking a dish towel, giving it a backing to sit on, and applying it with staples and hot glue. And the wood slats are just for trim to make it look more substantial. It looks kind of like a scroll, and it's just really a huge piece for $1.50. You can't buy this anywhere for that price. I mean, this is a big piece, you guys. So cute. The minute I saw this towel, I knew exactly what I was going to do with it. And I am kicking myself right now because I only bought one. I bought one towel and it came with a oven mitt, not a mitt, but a oven pad, one of those little pads you know pull things out of the oven with. Not exactly a mitt, but a pad. And the pad is green with holly berries on it, and it's really cute. So for $1.49 or either $1.48, one or the other, you got the dish towel and the little oven pad, the hot pad. And they were on the end cap, and they had quite a few of them. And I said, I'm just going to get one. I'm just going to make the one sign. It's going to be enough. And then I thought better of it. I'm like, I should go back and get some more. I could make these for friends and family, and they would love them. And I went back like the next day or either the day after, and every single one of them were gone. My heart sank. I'm like, oh my gosh, not one was left. And I know better. As a crafter, I know better. When you see something, you need to get, I mean, don't empty out the store, save some for other crafters. But if there's like 50 and you want at least like 5 or 6, you should get them. No, I didn't. There were so many in there. I thought, oh, there'll be some when I come back. No, there wasn't. So, Howard, I love him. As sweet as he is, he got on eBay and he found me one. And there was only one on eBay. And of course, it wasn't $1.50. I think he paid $6 for it. And I kept telling him, no, I don't want you to spend that for it. Don't spend that for it. And then to ship it, I think it came out to be like $10, you guys, like $9 or something like that. And I kept telling him no, and he would not have it. He would not listen. He wanted me to have it. And so he ordered it. So I do have another one, and I'm going to make another sign. But oh my goodness, gave me fits. This DIY and the filming of this video gave me fits. Anyway, now that I've told you the whole story behind this sign, let's get back into it. So here you see I've got everything stapled down, glued down, smoothed out. I got my wood pieces applied top and bottom. And all I'm going to do is take the corner where the word "twas" starts, and I'm just going to embellish the corner. And you can't see me because the sign's too big. I'm sorry. You'll be able to see it in the end result, and it is gorgeous. And I'm just going to make a bow using both pieces of that ribbon. There we go. So I tried to size down so you could see it. And look what happened. The sides of the video are weird. They have this weird opaque kind of look to it that's blacked out. And I apologize for that. I don't know how to get rid of it. I'm not good at editing. I never have been. I'm doing the best I can. So please forgive me. Do not click off the video. Hang in there with me. It is so worth it. So I made my little bow, tied it together with some jute twine like I always do, and I'm just going to add it to the corner. I'm going to staple it down, and then I'm going to start adding my berries and little bits of frosted greenery, and then I'm going to add my stocking to the center. And then the pieces of jute twine that are hanging down, I'm going to add some little shiny red bells. And this one is done. I was going to use the red beads to make a hanger in the back, but it's kind of heavy. So I'm just going to use it as a leaner. But it's fantastic. I really can't stress that enough. If you guys see these dish towels anywhere, grab them. This is a beautiful gift to give and so simple to make. I absolutely love it. It's my favorite, hands down, even though it gave me fits. Here it is in the finished DIY. This is it. I'm just thrilled with it. So pretty. You guys, I hope you're all ready for Christmas. And if you're not, you're planning and you're just about there and you're enjoying your family and enjoying your time. If you have time off from work, getting your house decorated, listening to Christmas music, watching your Hallmark Christmas movies, and just enjoying a cup of homemade hot chocolate. And I mean the good stuff. We're not talking Swiss Miss, although I'm not dissing Swiss Miss. I'm just saying. I like homemade cocoa on the stove. I take my milk, my cream, my vanilla, my cinnamon, and my fresh powdered cocoa, the really good stuff, and I stir that stuff up on the stove and add some Ready Whip to the top and sprinkle a little more cinnamon on it, and it is the bomb. Oh my goodness, there's nothing better. So I hope you guys are doing that, making those memories, because that's what it's really all about. Just knowing that Jesus is the reason for the season. It's nice to get presents and gifts, but He is truly our most precious gift that we could have ever gotten. So share that time with family, make your memories, and enjoy. I thank you so much for being here with me today. I love you guys. Give it a big fat thumbs up, like, share, comment, and subscribe. And until I see you in my next video, be blessed. Have a very Merry Christmas. Craft something beautiful. Bye.